Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned to grace you all with the next round of the ARC GT3 Championship. May or may not have been completely out of town for Laguna Seca last week, but I am no longer out of town, so we are at a somewhat wet Brands Hatch for this this round. I was about to say this contest, and that's not really. I guess it's not wrong.
I mean, that is true.
It's just not really the normal word. Also, yep, co-commentator this week, gone from the racetrack to the commentary box because he's tired of his Lamborghini cooking itself.
Yes, I have run out of funding for this season.
I mean, Dylan all on his own, but then again, he seems to be managing well enough to an extent, anyway.
And have Roy secured the record for most reverse grid pulls this season.
Literally by design.
And we're looking at AJ going through what I believe is Druids, and then down Graham Hill.
Going off at Druids, rather.
Yep, and then going through Graham Hill Bend.
I just call them by turn numbers.
I know. I just wanted to call out the fact that there's literally a hill called Graham's Hill that leads into Graham Hill Bend.
And just getting a bit of dirty air from Fidel Fabian up there, so that's probably not helping his cause either.
Yep. Meanwhile, Stotts is currently leading the top at with a 133.965.
Fidel Fabian assaults a braking board over there. That's not, that's a representative. DIVEBOMB's going to run a 27-1, which, for reference, when I was passing time in practice earlier, in the dry, because I didn't know it was going to be wet, I was running 25s. So...
Yeah. And then there is Luke in the Ferrari, for once not facing the field going on coming.
Oh boy, this is going to be a stream and a half. And there's Tim Galvin. Despite missing multiple corners, AJ Knickel still slots into P2 at a 27.88. Stotts with a 28.4, just ahead of the Bentley. And then we have a very obvious skill gap in between the Bentley and Luke Allen at the moment.
About to say, hey, it's not my fault, and I remembered I'm not racing.
It really isn't your fault. It physically cannot be your fault because you're not there.
And then there's Gabe in the white, green, and red Ferrari.
His best Ferrari livery, changed my mind.
I mean, the only ironic thing is it says Pro right above the right next to the Ferrari sticker on the back.
Spinning Venom out of the gate. Well, the lap like a 34.6, unless that was an outlap. Also, Wade Lee finally gets to make a start. He's been defeated by... What is that gear show? He's been defeated by pre-qualifying multiple times now. So he's finally able to make a start.
And there was a car off at turn 1. I don't know if that was just a guy resetting or if someone that had a major Speaking of
Travis Van Oostendorp is, I think he might be trying to warm up his tires on this outlap or something, but he's really playing with fire and he's right in somebody's way, looking at the map there. And they must not be on the lap either, whoever it is, because he moved to let him... It sounded like a Ferrari. It was Gabe Pizzola. I know the engines, that's weird. I didn't... It's like, oh, that sounds like a Ferrari. Meanwhile, AJ Knickel improves to 2 thousandths ahead of Dylan with a 27.140. And Tim Galvin also improved to a 28.2, just barely ahead of Matthew Daly. He also runs a 28.2.
Meanwhile, the point standings coming into this race is AJ leads Travis by over 100 points. It seems like 104. As there's a Ferrari going Londo, and there we go.
Gabe Cazola is going exploring. Travis Van Dusendorp almost did the same. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer has joined.
Speaking of which, someone else just went off in turn 1, as I saw from the POV of Travis.
Way off in the distance.
We just need to have a nice, simple camera looking at the runoff at turn 1.
Yeah, I'm certainly missing Wreckfest's free camera in spectator mode. The only console racing game I can think of that has such an option.
I'd rather take NR 2003's cameras over this, and that game's nearly 21 years old. That game's almost old enough to drink. That's Travis. Get this off.
Travis has caught some grass, and that car is not turning anymore. I'll follow his teammate now as he
nearly did the same thing.
Yeah, he almost finds the great sandhill in the sky. I do believe Jen Torres down there has a qualifying penalty from something he did at Hockenheim. I don't know why I said Laguna Seca. No, it was Hockenheim where the last race was, and he missed. That is all.
Yes. Well, because I had to miss the race because I was on vacation, so someone had to do the absolute high-yeet dive bomb attempt. He just failed.
I mean, he certainly dive bombed her, right? There's no denying that. Just did a little too much bomb.
I mean, hey, look at the sponsor for this series.
Yeah, maybe we're kind of putting that false pretense in people's heads. Should be sponsored by Overtake.gg. We'd have more clean overtakes instead of dive bombs, but no such luck so far.
Yeah. Also, this is the first GT3 race all season. There has been a pre-qualifying.
Yeah, people probably read Light Rain in the chat earlier and were just like, yeah, I'm good.
People still have horrors from Zilder.
Don't blame them.
Neither do I, and I was in that mess. I got war stories from that night.
PTSD.
Ew.
Post-traumatic sliding disorder.
Yeah, that describes that puddle perfectly.
With both AJ Knickel and Dylan Baum in the pit lane. Oh no, Dylan Baum's under the pit lane, but he's not going to be able to get a lap in before the session timer ends. Looks like Tim Galvin is like the biggest contestant to try and take a last second pole, but as the track is getting more and more damp, that only seems, like more of an unachievable feat.
Yeah. And as I pull up the comment sections, I can hear there is nobody.
It's been a relatively laid-back qualifying session. It's kind of flown by, if I must be honest. It doesn't seem like we've been here for 10 minutes. Feels like 6.
Well, that's also normally because there's always been like a 10-minute pre-qualifying session right before it.
And so we're just having a field of exactly 16 vehicles.
Yep.
Light rain conditions, I don't think we'll be seeing many puddles. Also, I think Galvin has backed off that lap. Yeah.
I fully expect that Bentley to be good because, one, we're racing in the UK, two, the Bentley is a boat.
Yeah, it's got like its natural terrain, water, to work with.
Yep.
But Fabian is one of the last cars on the track. He will not improve at all. Luke Allen is not in control of his vehicle. Here comes Billy Targi to run his final attempt.
And with Nancy,
He didn't improve, so... Or, well, he might have improved his lap, I'm not sure, but he certainly didn't go up the starting grid any.
do not push the red button, boys.
Yeah, I don't even have my right hand on the controller. I have it scratching my leg at the moment.
Oh. And we got 2 minutes till green at most.
And there's always going to be somebody, usually Travis, that waits until 4 seconds left to ready up.
Yep. I think the best thing to do is put the camera on the last place car, set as chase, and watch the chaos.
Yeah, something like that. I do also enjoy watching the Renaults get off the line, because they seem to be very good at that, so we might put the camera on Van Oostendorp as we go green.
I think the Renaults were the only thing that could keep up with me off the line.
Or Dragster. But yeah, this quick rundown of the starting grid here, as everybody's set up their strategies and fuel loads. And AJ Knickel takes...
My brain said something different.
As AJ Knickel takes pole position number 177 or something like that, probably more. With DIVEBOMB right alongside him, followed by Tim Galvin. Oh my god, that was fast. Never mind. Alright. Forget the starting grid.
Where's Travis at?
He's P10. I made a note of it. And we are green.
Out and away we go.
True to form, a little bit of a slide from Matthew Stotts. He actually didn't get off the line all that well. So maybe we will just look back. We do want to be close to it. It actually looked relatively sane, except for the fact they're 3 wide up ahead. That's only going to end in madness.
The leaders looked a little wide at the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, AJ took it back into turn 2. I'm not really sure. I guess probably just not accounting for moisture. I don't know how you don't do that. Trying to sneak into a lane that's not open, because Brands Hatch is not a very wide racing circuit.
Brian's Hatch, there we go.
Oh yeah, Hans Bratch, my favorite touring car circuit. Definitely watch people going wide through here, because this is a high-speed corner. In the rain.
Yep. And there is already somebody off. I saw what could be one of the Renaults went a little wide.
That would be obviously Stotts, because he and his teammate are 4 positions apart. Travis has still turned this into a decent opening lap. He's now up to 7th.
Never mind. As he... Oh, we got a car around his...
That's the car facing the run we're doing! The Lamborghini 2.50 or something is still not up to spec and has looped it, heading into a corner.
And there's another car
around. Oh, it's a shaken nickel!
No, that's not, that's Matt.
Oh, they look the same. Whoops.
They are the same car, essentially.
I was wishful thinking on my part. Thought we might have it. Oh, he's doing it again. He's giving Carter Ritchie some assistance, too.
Dylan and Dollar Store Nancy make contact. I don't know what the other car is called. I just know one, the
93. It's Billy's car. That's Nancy. I don't think Carter names his vehicle.
Oh,
no, but Nancy is taking a bit of grass.
She having a field day. Okay, so first lap was...
certainly one of the laps of all time.
So, as the fields will now try to settle in for the... Oh, we got a car around the back of the pack. I believe it's Wade, who spun it in dead last.
Because I don't even know, like, I mean, the map will basically tell us everything we need to know there. I don't really know why I even looked. Carter Ritchie really, don't remember him starting that high on the grid. I didn't pay any attention, and I didn't run down the whole order. No, he didn't start third.
Oh, my brain...
He's running third. He didn't start there. He's passed at least 2 cars because of both Dylan, and he's ahead of Tim Galvin, and he hasn't made a mistake.
Yeah. And speaking of mistakes, there was a Renault in the dirt.
And Matthew Stotts is flirting with disaster when it comes to the edges of the circuit today.
Yeah.
Van Oostendorp has taken an abysmal qualifying, and he's turned it into something worthwhile. He's already running top 5 at the moment.
Yep, and let's see here, how close is the battle for the reverse grid pole?
It's conga line basically behind Travis.
Oh,
Luke Alvin's doing Luke Alvin things. Clearly me helping him with differential settings has not helped.
Come on, Luke, you weren't even trying to pass me for once, and you still managed to spin it.
We're going for that approach of commentary today. So at the moment, Jan Torres is not exactly contested for that feature pole.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any other...
Dick Scarborough is the closest to him, and that's still about a second or so back. Jurgensmeyer, who's in the wrong car, is also there. He is pretending to be 44R. I don't know which number he's in, though.
44.
Oh, 27. Yeah, he's not AJ.
Nah, I can't say that on the air. And Dylan had to have spun it a third time because there's no way he should be that far off the field.
No, well, he spun at turn 1 and he had to wait until everybody went by before he could rejoin.
Yeah. And now Dylan's pitting. Wonder if he's just gonna retire the car or if he has damage. That's probably what it is, actually. Contact from him, and I believe it was the 93.
Yeah, it was Carter Ritchie, who has since been overtaken by the Bentley. Barely keeps it on the racing surface. And Travis might be smelling some blood in the water. Literally, water. Yeah, that was not... pun not really intended. If you can believe that.
We're not that intelligent. Neither is Travis with that racing line. Jeez.
He was taking the corner like it was dry.
Yeah, I'm driving like me.
Oh, come on. He's not that bad.
Yeah, it's debatable.
I mean, he's like second in points or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going huge defense on Fidel. Fidel will take the outside. That's a bold strategy, but...
Contact! They're racing like it's tour cars.
It might as well be. We're just touring cars with more horsepower. Oh, God, I thought he was about to just drive straight through that banana boat. I just call it that. You know what? We'll roll with it. The Renaults are the banana boats today.
I mean, hey, it is wet, so... Oh, God, no. Oh, we got a car around!
Jan Torres he's lost the reverse grid pole with that mistake. And now it belongs to Jake Scarborough, but he's caught up to Gabe Cazzola. He might try and go for points. Some more automotive Scrabble being played between Fidel Fabian and Travis Van Oostendorp. Oh, that's a tire in the grass. Oh, he saves the car, though. That a crucial element. Oh, I thought he was going to give him the bumper again.
Oh, that would have been amazing to see. Okay, so we still got the bumper cam. Good.
Apparently onboard cameras do not work. Or at least I'm blind. I always forget this is a thing in this game.
I'm in the dive.
Yeah, it decides to not attack. Trying to do a little bit of variety with. Yeah, well, it's a sprint race. They tend to go by awfully fast.
This felt like it hasn't been going by that quickly, in my opinion.
No, it has to me. Maybe it feels a little faster because I have somebody to bounce off of, though. Who knows?
Yeah.
Everyone knows I'm a loner at heart. I'm gonna look on my profile picture on PSN.
I'll drink to that. I can run out my first can of Mountain Dew already.
Yeah, I don't dare drink Mountain Dew on stream. It'll be a burp commentary rather than an arc commentary.
Commentator belch off. Let's go. Let's see here. What's the battle for 8th looking like?
I mean, we got a battle for 4th or 5th at the moment. Fidel's gonna try the outside once more. The dry line is kind of irrelevant, it seems like. I should point out, yes, the battle for 7th is also very close, but this is for a higher position.
They're about to wreck. I see it coming.
Fidel could not hang that line at all. Oh, Jake Scarborough gives him the huge touring car bump. But he backs off to not grab the position from that.
This is not Martinsville, people. Calm down.
Ironically, in the practice session I was talking with Fabian and the CLE crew, and I believe Fidel said it is the Martinsville of GT3. So.
True. Hang on, I'm trying to check the Ross Chastain sighting.
Well, the walls aren't close enough for that. I don't even know if there's a car that... Oh, you know. Actually, no, there is a one car. It's Travis. Jake had a big run, but he decides to not force the issue, not into this corner, which is, despite being at the end of a long straightaway, not a passing zone. Torres is on his way back through as well. He's just taken 9th from Jurgensmeyer. He wants that pole, and he might have the pace to try and take it. So Jake's gonna have to choose fight or flight. And when you know it, the airport is about to close. That is not the lane I was expecting to see these vehicles in. Oh, they're both off. Dry line just doesn't exist, and not according to them. Fidel's gonna send it into the second corner.
Slide job!
Oh, too much slide, not enough job.
An aggressive goes around.
Yeah, I would say. And that is gonna put Jen Torres back on the reverse grid pole. So now Jake might as well just go all in for the pass on Cazzola, because he's not going to get the reverse grid pole unless he pulls a U.
Yeah. I was about to say, I mean, he could always do what I did a couple
Gabe
times like that.
It's like Cazzola just given up. He's like, yeah, go ahead. I can't even begin to resist that one.
Oh, and we got a car around in the hairpin.
Might have been looking at the wrong hair. No, that's the only hairpin, so I think that was just somebody out of the way.
He was like fully stopped for a second. It was Matt going around for the second time.
I don't know if Torres is going to get away with that line through there.
I mean, there's only one way to find out. Hope and pray.
Sometimes those things do just kind of go away on their own, like the check engine light. Other times they stick around forever and haunt your nightmares. So.
Like the check engine light.
Yes. Oh, Scarborough is off the racetrack. You're not going to get much grip out there in that sand. And Torres is going for the overtake, and I think Scarborough just let him have it. Oh my god, he snaps on exit and collects the McLaren.
Big incident.
And now Fidel Fabian's on the reverse grid pole, two former teammates, and actually teammates in other series. And Scarborough, with all of his damage that he's probably just sustained, just concedes.
Oh my gosh.
No, he either concedes because of the damage, or he concedes because, oh, pole, go wee.
Yeah, and from my experience, you want that reverse reverse grid pole.
The RGP, if you will.
Or
Jurgensmeyer might want to take it from him too. Also, also JSR, which is weird because Jake Scarborough is in the race, but he's not driving for JSR. He's driving for AAR. He's like reverse Denny Hamlin.
I think the only difference is I believe Denny has talent.
There was a big decrease in the gap between the two leaders. I think AJ made a small error, but it's not enough to get Matthew Stotts up ahead of him unless he makes another one.
Yep. As I keep spreading out the word about this broadcast and this chaos. If the sprints is this chaotic, I wonder how the feature's gonna be.
Probably less chaotic. They usually are. No, Jake Scarborough is understeer.
And let's see what's the battle looking between Jurgen and Luke.
Yeah, I didn't even notice Fidel Fabian has thrown away his points. Not sure where when he did that. Luke Allen is right there, but he's out of good passing zones.
Okay, so I know where about I would have been if I was racing.
Oh, it's almost a drag race to the line. Another lap. This might have been interesting, but AJ Knickel is going to barely manage to not choke the sprint race and win, with Matthew Stotts and Tim Galvin rounding out the podium. And although he's leading a train of cars, it looks like Jonathan Jurgensmeyer will be able to claim the feature pole.
And we got a car around in the hairpin, I believe, again, or that may just actually be a. I think
that's AJ celebrating. Oh, it's Matthew parked. Oh, he had a penalty that the game didn't tell me about.
Ooh, I wonder what it's for. Oh, a 22nd? That's a jump start.
Oh boy, yeah. He's probably hoping for a pit car safety car to try and serve that, but never happened. So Luke Allen will be the reverse grid pole sitter as he has a stare down with Jamie Wright.
I don't blame him.
I do believe there was something said last broadcast about not doing this post-race because it's kind of looks dumb on the broadcast, but apparently nobody listened.
Also, that was said after shenanigans at Sugo involving a couple drivers I shall not name.
It wasn't one of them you.
At this moment, I would like to speak to my lawyer.
So yes.
And even after that, we were told that post-race shenanigans were not allowed, mostly as a safety thing.
Yeah, safety thing. It was the very real injuries you can get while playing Project Cars 2.
Have you ever
I guess you could sprain your wrist if...
you?
I suppose the only way I can think of is if you sprain your wrist while holding onto your wheel when you get kamikazed.
Yeah. At which point do we invest in a stupid dive bomb sound?
Well, we have our mouths for that.
And last time I checked, neither of us are human soundboards.
I'm pretty good at impressions. I can make a consistent voice.
Yeah. So, sprint race in the books. What's your thought?
Well, it's a race of attrition, basically, and the future race will be no different. The track's not going to be any less wet.
Let's see if there's been any new notifications. If anything's been said. Dylan posted in the chat, imagine getting fastest lap by 1.5 seconds and still finishing last. Couldn't be me.
Yeah. I guess it means you have pace. You just have to use it and not spin again.
Hey, that Lamborghini's literally like a raging bull. You cannot control it. You just hang on and hope you don't get, well, you don't die.
How's that been working for CRI so far?
I mean, for me, I've only been spun a couple times. Once by my own doing. The other time was by Travis sending it up my inside at Coda.
And then Dylan seems to spin at least once a race.
They spin him right round.
I wonder if it's maybe a setup difference or if it's just a case of just aggression.
I run with assist on.
Oh, that would also probably. I don't know why he wouldn't. These cars come with assist. You might as well have them on.
Yeah, I don't know. But here we go.
And don't be fooled by the.
Like shenanigans.
Don't be fooled by the fake race start we're about to have. As insane as it would be to have Wade Lee on the pole, I don't think that's the case.
No.
Dylan's about where he's supposed to be, though.
I actually think he might be ahead of where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, he's supposed to be last.
I'm sorry, Dylan. I love you, man, but... And for those enjoying this energy between me and Riker, you will have it for the next 2 races also, as I will be in the booth for the rest of GT3 season.
There's also Rallycross. I'm not sure what your plans are on that, but I've been tapped to do that starting tomorrow, or starting at the next race as well.
Count me in.
So that's like right up your alley, because that's like dirt racing in the league where you're supposed to use your bumper.
I just don't like the Rallycross physics in this game. I'm calling it a sim or game because I know if I do one, I'm going to trigger the other half.
It is a racing game.
Arcade game, there we go. Tick them both off.
Daytona!
Speaking of Daytona, I can't wait for the Daytona Oval race for IndyCar. Plate racing at 230 miles an hour with Ark's dumbest. As that penalty was in fact a legit thing, and Luke's going to get the reverse grip pole.
Oh boy, time to watch him spin across the field and make a good clickbait title.
Oh, yes. Remember, people, I am not in the safety car today. And I wonder if they're going to be doing double file like they started doing at Coda, or if it's going to be single file.
I think it's been double file every time.
Yeah, after Coda.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
Which is something I was actually against for obvious reasons.
And it's even sketchier here. The track's not exactly wide.
Yeah.
We run down what I believe to be the starting grid. But it's mostly constructed by this point, ignoring the fact there are 2 cars and the hairpin still. Yeah, they're already doubling up, or at least Jake's trying to. I don't know why. We have Luke Allen with the feature race, the feature pole, followed by Jake Scarborough Gabe Cazola, Travis Van Nustendorp, who's trying to spin out of the way he's warming his tires, Carter Ritchie, Tim Galvin, Matthew Stotts, and the sprint winner AJ Knickel will start 8th. Followed by Jamie Wright, Jan Torres, Fidel Fabian, Billy Tarji, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer after his penalty, and he's now in the correct vehicle. Matthew Daly, Wade Lee, and the Raging Bull.
Oh, as I believe something weird's going on back there, as I saw one of the Acuras nearly come to a complete stop.
I think he was like adjusting something, maybe.
Yep, and that'd be Billy Justin something, but here we go, coming to the penultimate corner. 20 laps. And I believe the rule is everyone should have to have their headlights on, so I don't know if the Renaults are following that or not. No?
Yeah, that is indeed a rule when there is moisture on the track. Even our pole sitter's not even following that.
I know what I'm going to be doing post-race then. But here we go. Field's coming down through the final corner, side by side, 2 by 2. Grab your dance partner, and here we go. And green flag is out. Here we go.
And Luke Allen decides to finally gas as we head into turn 1 and just cross our hearts and hope to die that nobody dies. Easier said than done.
What's going on with Billy as he's in the pit lane already?
Maybe he's having controller problems.
Oh, I'm worried he didn't accidentally start on the wrong tire.
It's possible. That was some audio. Everyone's already pretty much single file as we reach turn 3.
As Dylan nearly tries to make it 3 wide.
He's still got Torres for company as we head through turn 4, but he's gonna overcome the Bentley by after a while.
Keep thinking of analogies to make, but I can't say half of them on live stream.
Hey, Logan, come on.
Not my fault. I keep thinking of 3 wide situation, immediately thinking of sandwiches.
I mean, just reference the food as Jamie Wright makes an absolute mockery, nudges AJ off track, and almost squeezes Jake off the track, much the same. Meanwhile, it's a battle between Ferraris, not the same team though, and Gabe, force of habit, sorry, Gabe Cazola is going to take the lead with an outside overtake. And Luke Allen has the Renaults for company now.
Yep, and Stotts is gonna hoggy one up the inside, trying to get the 2.
He's entered Gabe's vortex of danger, but he survives. He might be able to take the lead with that. Later braking.
He is going to, unless if he doesn't do that.
Gabe can't cross over because he has his teammate there. Congo line masterclass. Zone coverage from Travis Van Oostendorp prevents Gabe from making a crossover.
He does know football.
Ninja Knickel is already into 4th position, so it's like he never started 8th in the first place.
Yep. Now AJ is going to try to attempt to pass his nearest championship rival.
Oh, he's gonna give him a little bit of a nudge, try to maybe scrape some of that paint off or something.
The forbidden weight reduction as he breaks with tire in the grass. I was about to say grass in the tire.
No, it's grass on the tires. He's flirting with disaster with these curbs. I don't know how he's not just looped it, how relentless those things are.
Alrighty. Sitting up, dude, calm me down.
Normally caffeine does the opposite for people.
Shut up and respect.
Gabe Cazola has missed turn 2. Will Van Nistelrooy force the issue? No, he's not able to because Gabe will just make a late exit. Let's cut Travis off, though. But AJ's still not able to produce anything, as turn 3 is not a passing zone.
Apparently, we got
another
Dan
bumper.
Torres doing an interesting pit strat, doing what I usually do, and coming in. I believe he may have stopped a lap too early, though.
Yes, he has. So he might have just had damage. Although there was a quick pit stop, so I don't think he would have been fixing damage and been in the pits for that little time. AJ is handing out bumpers left and right. It's not like he has to push like he has a 100-point championship lead or something.
Yeah, it's like 104. In fact, I think it's actually more than that now. As sweet spray, oh my gosh.
And Gabe Gazzola is trying some new racing lines to keep AJ behind him. AJ doesn't even have his headlights on, so he's breaking his own rules, if that is a rule.
I know what we're submitting later.
Well, you can do that. I don't really particularly care. Stotts makes the bold strategy, and he's going to pit immediately and take out some cones on the way. Meanwhile, AJ is going to try for the overall lead, and he's going to just about get it stopped. Crossover from the 55. This time Travis not in the way.
And Gabe's going to miss his braking point and shove them both wide.
He didn't miss the braking point, he just snapped on the way in. Mid-engine car moment. AJ going to return the favor. These guys have never heard of an Apex in their lives.
It's only a suggestion.
And AJ makes the Apex, parks the bus, so the 27 car will reclaim the lead, just as though he'd never lost it in the first place, based on the grid flip.
We missed a Lamborghini spin because Dylan came into the pits while running P14. Oh.
Yeah, I would say.
You want more downforce, not less.
Yeah, the rain's not going to be kind to that. What am I looking at? Matthew Daly versus Jamie Wright into a corner that is absolutely not a passing zone. And they're going to go too wide into the other corner that's not a passing zone. Tim Galvin's just stuck.
I mean, with as big of a front bumper as that car has, he should be able to just move them both.
Get bent, Lee. Jamie Wright pits in, nearly catches Tim Galvin completely off guard.
That would be Travis also coming in, as there is Gabe doing a racing line.
AJ Knickel sliding on exit. That must be a Mercedes thing, because his teammate did the same.
Front engine moment.
It'd be more of a mid-engine thing to be sliding on exits.
Yeah.
Or a rear-engine thing if there were any Porsches on the track. There are not.
I believe Setchel is not here today.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're not on the leaderboard, so they must not be here.
I believe our nearest battle is for 12th.
Oh yeah, that's quite close. Could say. And I imagine both these cars at pit. I think you're going to have a very early pit cycle in this one. Just based on the fact that so many cars have gone for undercut maneuvers.
Yeah, I do believe that track position will be a key to doing good here at this race. It's not like you can pass without giving someone the chrome horn.
Yeah, you basically need one of those like springboard devices to push somebody out of your way.
Where'd the blue turtle shell out? Let's Mario Kart this.
Blue turtle shell, amateur. I prefer the orb from Crash Team Racing.
God, for nerds.
I also just don't like Mario Kart.
I can't tell if someone spun on pit entry or if that's just how early a pit stall is.
That's a pit stall.
It's much smaller than I was expecting.
We got Torres moving to the top 10, maybe. No, Jamie fights back on the outside. Surprised that there was grip out there for that.
It's a Ferrari. It only goes spinala when it doesn't make sense.
No, it's a Ferrari, so it only its pit strategies don't make sense. Get it right.
I mean, yeah, I am waiting for the Ferraris to go on the slicks.
Jack Nichols pointing away. Okay, we are checking.
Any... Oh, another car coming in, and that's going to be the, Oh, just
Matthew Daly. And we got a 3-car train being headed by Luke. Nope, that is Jimmy Wright. Wrong Ferrari.
The inferior Ferrari. And as the field just keeps on moving.
Yeah, so far I was about right when I said this would be less chaotic.
Oh, don't be Dylan, don't be Dylan, don't be Dylan.
It's Dylan. You cannot make this up.
That's his season in a nutshell right there. He's either on top of the world or in a wall.
Top of the world or rock bottom, Dwayne Johnson.
Wait, then if Dwayne Johnson's the rock, then does hitting rock bottom mean you're slapping that?
Logan, you can't say that on stream. It's AJ Knickel pits to give us an opportunity to change the subject before that gets any worse. Gabe can be a normal person and pit at halfway if he makes, some good laps here. The way that he was, just abusing those curbs kind of says to me that maybe he won't be doing that, though, because the curbs are death.
Let's see here, though. Okay, so AJ's just now leaving his pit stall, but here comes the pack. Well, a car.
2 cars.
Oh, that's the one guy was pitting. And here it is. Stotts and Wade.
Wade is not pit yet, and he also got overtaken anyway. But Stotts does jump AJ, which is a pretty big implication here. Tire wear might be a problem for Stotts in the last 2 laps if he's not careful, but I don't think it's going to be critical until then.
Stotts was ahead of AJ before the pit cycled up.
Oh, well. I guess not jump, but he's still ahead. This is like the only conflict on the racetrack. It is a 4-car train being led now by the Boatley of Jen Torres.
Now, as they're running single file.
As they've been doing basically this whole time.
Come on, do something. Meanwhile, I'm currently looking for debris.
You just watch Travis just smoke Wade Lee with better tires.
Yeah.
The previous race leader pits, as does the 93. So Tim Galvin is now the leader.
And for those Lamborghini fans, I hate to tell you that Dylan has retired the car.
Lamborghini Evo version 2.75 has not come to pass.
This rate, we're gonna have to start using our IndyCar budget. And let's see here. Has Tim Galvin pit yet? I don't think
he has not. He is, I
There's
believe,
something going off. He's got a 21-second lead.
I believe.
Wade, I believe.
Yeah, him and I was about to say that, but I was distracted by your teammate appearing in the chat. Those are the only two cars that have not pit, and looks like Tim Galvin is about to do so.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
We'll see if Lee reciprocates. Oh, that's not the racing line, Matthew. Oh, that's barely the racing line, Kinnickle.
Well.
Yeah, Wade is not going to be maintaining the lead. This is a long boy pit stop. He will probably be emerging at about 4th, by the looks of it.
Did Wade change his username to make it toasty?
I don't know. Apparently when my brain changed it for him.
Ah, yes.
I can do that, you know. My dad works for Sony. Almost said Microsoft. No. No, I need food. Red Warrior needs food badly.
When was your last nap?
I woke up about 4.5 hours ago.
Oh, way past your bedtime. And meanwhile, as it's a conga line for what appears to be like 6?
Yeah, basically. And Fidel, Luke, Allen, and Torres is about done with it. He's going to attempt to go around Jamie Wright anyway. And he will succeed. Jamie attempts a crossover, but it is not much of one. There's not very much of a crossover you can make at that corner.
I mean, you can. It just will most likely involve one or both of y'all in the grass. Ooh, as the Bentley has a different braking point.
You're not in this pack. What am I doing?
Oh, battle for the lead.
Yeah, it's getting close now. It might not be as close now because we're not going to be in any passing zones. But yeah, AJ is certainly knocking on the door, and we still got to make 10 laps here. So...
Okay, now as Stotts didn't get the best exit off of Graham Hill Bend, now they go down into 30s as contact.
It's like the slightest contact, and AJ is going to grab the race lead once again.
And Mercedes horsepower engaged.
He's basically got DRS in that thing, as far as I'm concerned.
I am convinced that there was just an F1 engine in the back, in the front of that.
The back. When was your last nap? Oh, contact. Jamie about turned Fidel. Luckily, the engine's apparently in the back of the Mercedes, so there's extra weight back there. The more you know.
You really got to spin it around. I nearly saw a car off, but nope, that was just a weird corner. And here comes Stotts and AJ duking it out.
But the Mercedes horsepower...
Remember, the Mercedes got horsepower and is gone.
Oh right, I'm a V8. Goodbye. Oh wait, I'm front engined. Hello. Oh wait, Matthew Stotts is in the sand. Goodbye.
Yep. Hello, goodbye, adios, ciao.
Use all of the racetrack. Well, Mick Galvin. Tim Galvin is definitely there on the other Renault of Travis, and corner exits like that won't help him get away. Also a battle for 5th, which I just stumbled upon this by accident. I wasn't even looking at the leaderboard, because Zola wants 5th against AJ's teammate.
And Gabe's on the curve. Contact.
There wasn't a car's width left there, I don't think. So, At least from my point of view, that's kind of on Matthew Daly, and Cazzola is going to drive off into the distance.
And
Jen Torres will seize the moment.
And then the Bentley's not going to have a Bentley moment. Wow.
He's being the ultimate opportunist in this event, is Jen Torres. He has a pitiful exit from there.
Oh.
Matthew Daly will make full use of that. He'll take an opportunity of his own to get back into P6.
And AJ and Stotts are back on the front stretch.
My guy, this is turn 2.
Oh. Wrong 2 dots I was looking at.
Yellow cars!
Ooh, banana car.
The Velveeta machine. Yeah, that's what it is. Tim Galvin's the Velveeta car, and we have the 2 banana boats.
Yeah, that would make sense, because boats are usually good in water.
And then AJ Knickel is just the Mercedes W11. But with, like, a weird paint job. I don't care. I don't like highlighter colors. Marketing scheme this and brand affiliation that. I don't care. Highlighter yellow is ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So the conga line rages on, now being led by Gabe Cazzola, basically.
Is Gabe a conga line esports driver?
He is not. That's the Renaults.
Okay, I was about to say, conga line, leading conga line.
No, Gabe is turn 1, or T1A.
Oh. Yeah, I don't.
And he's about to lead them down into turn 1 in a minute.
Okay, let's see here. Does he lead the army off a cliff?
Lemmings!
I mean,
honestly,
the Mercedes did step out under braking.
Oh, he's the one going off a cliff, and Matthew Daly is going to take full advantage, or die trying.
Run the engine moment.
He slide chops, but he moves back over. Gabe had better traction. Somehow he makes that crossover stick. For now.
No.
Oh,
Deja vu.
Gabe did not check his mirrors. He's kind of forced Matthew off right there. I'm sure these two aren't exactly racing. That's what I'm about to say. I don't think these two are going to be racing all too cleanly, considering their incident just a couple laps earlier.
And Daly's going to get a better run off that corner.
You can't convert it because this is like a bottleneck, basically. Everyone has such dramatically different braking points for that monstrosity of a corner. He had an opportunity there, but he doesn't go in for the kill. Another opportunity. Gabe Cazzola is on the ropes.
He's on the bench. Mount the curb.
Oh, front engine moment and curb moment. They're beating and banging like real touring cars now. Gabe do one of his patented crossovers into one.
Yep.
Oh, he certainly will, as Matthew Daly is so out of shape, he's looking like a round peg in a square hole. More front engine moments, but he's able to just kind of park the bus and keep Gabe from advancing. Bumper to the back of the 35. That's the 36. Contact. I'm dumb. Yeah, contact. No duh. And Gabe's gonna maybe take fifth back with a bit of touring car maneuvers. And the 36 is absolutely furious. Nope, you get the bumper. That don't work that way, apparently. Project Cars physics say no. And Torres is just back here licking his chops. Never mind, there's the 93 car there. This is not a passing zone, my guy.
It is if you make it one.
It is if you're a maniac. Which I guess that's why it's coming out of your mouth. This is still also close. It's just like F1. It's a close battle basically everywhere except the leader.
Mm-hmm. And the leader just happens to be a Mercedes.
Who won the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? Because it wasn't Lewis Hamilton or Russell.
And it wasn't human rights either.
What's funny is the way that this race has progressed between these two, because it's been a mutual thing and neither one's been put off the track. They're more likely to joke and say GG in the chat after the race.
Car around in the second to last corner.
What did I go second corner? I'll car around in this corner. Jan Torres is doing a bit of ice skating.
I'm trying to identify who's that car and like who stopped. I believe it might actually be Fidel Fabian, stuck off the track.
Oh yeah, he's a little ways off. Where am I? There I am. Oh, speaking of a little ways off, the banana boat's going for some deserts.
And contact.
More bumpers administered from Matthew Daly.
Okay, people. Oh, that's gotta be nearly a safety hazard to have a car right there.
If you're not gonna play nice, he ain't gonna either. He gets tired in the grass.
Caution free. This has been pretty chaotic.
Yeah, it was just once the pit cycles put everybody near each other again, because the first half of the race was insomnia cure, but now we got racing. If you ignore the top two cars.
Yeah.
But Gabe Cazola is definitely saving the commentators this week.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
What are you doing, 93?
Green is not good for once.
The green needs to be a bit brighter anyway.
Yep. And we have a second car off in the second to last corner. Wade is sort of going again. Very slowly.
I
he has got blue flags, maybe.
No, not yet. He will shortly, though. As, here comes Tim Galvin and Travis Van Istendorp, not too far back.
So we come back to a Ferrari halfway sideways with a Mercedes right behind them doing the same thing.
Initial D.
Deja vu.
He's been off the apex before.
Man, this has been pretty good. And there goes Gabe.
Nani? Moisture Dorifto! And the conga line's only getting bigger because now Jamie and Luke are... Well, okay, Luke is now a lot further away. But Jamie's about to be a part of it if they get held up any longer. Torres is catching back up.
Luke, you are not passing me. You do not have a reason to spin.
Hey, he's throwing for content, man. He's got to get those YouTube thumbnails out there.
With how much he gets screwed over, it should be on certain other websites.
Ah, yes, CNNnews.net.
Dude, there are so many worse jokes I could make. Oh, and Fabian has finally got his car back going.
He's finally got it back. He's got it refired, finally. He may be 4 minutes behind, though. slight issue.
If you beat your head off the steering wheel enough, you'll either meet Dale Earnhardt or you'll get that thing refired.
Speaking of beating steering wheels, Matthew Daly's going to look for another move on the 55 car.
As they go around the outside, contact car on the curb.
Oh, no, there wasn't contact. Couldn't have been much further from it. Gabe with aggressive braking. Mid-engine lets him actually hit that apex. Matthew Daly utterly clueless. They continue to trade paint. I make interesting noises because Gabe Cazzola is fitting a Ferrari into not enough space for a Ferrari. Matthew's gonna maybe complete the move, finally, but Gabe has a better exit, and so we are not done yet. Oh, they're bumper hooked. Oh, they're still alive. I don't know how either of these cars have crashed yet.
Haven't?
Well, they haven't spun out. They've crashed into each other, but they're both in position. Matthew Daly, that is not the racing line. And Jan Torres has re-entered the picture. After his spin a handful of laps ago, he's managed to make up enough time, courtesy of Gabe Cazzola's defensive master. Hello, 93 car. He's not expecting that. Oh, Matthew's going to try the outside again. But, no dice. Blue flags displayed for Fidel somewhere else over the rainbow.
Final lap, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the race is a finite length of time. Billy Targie's up there. He's going to get some blue flags in a second. He would do well to get entirely out of the way. I missed a word, but I can't say. I missed the word because I excluded it.
Yeah. As they got this lap car, Billy, who had to pitch for his scheduled pit stop because since he had an issue at the very start. And coming through the final corner is AJ Knickel for the 200th and something millionth time of his art career. AJ Knickel will win the GT3 race, and with this win, he will lock up the GT3 championship. With Stotts finishing second. And I believe Tim Galvin in the Bentley's going to bring home the podium in P3 if he doesn't spin it.
He doesn't. Let's see if Matthew Daly has any more tricks up his sleeve. It's called corner cutting, apparently.
And here to go, Haw Yi into the second to last corner.
Going wide like that's going to cost him, though. He's not going to have any shot at that. So...
He's got the power, though, and let's see your final corner. Here they come.
And the
Gabe
is...
didn't get the best exit, and Mercedes close to grass, and Gabe's going to bring it home P5.
Quite a bit of defense and a bit of touring car driving, and maybe a bit of NASCAR driving for good measure.
And he's finally back off the dirt where that car has been about all but 5 laps.
Jan Torres, despite his spin earlier on, covers to 7th, which I think is about where he started the race, if I'm not mistaken.
Holy crap, that took a lot out of me.
Now, this is nothing. I could have done 21 more.
Hang on, guys, we didn't catch that footage. Can we rerun that?
It is time for the Burn Rubber Podcast Instant Replay.
Okay.
But that will do it for this war of attrition in the rain-soaked... Actually, that's just the regular weather in England. Who am I kidding? Brands Hatch is done. Maybe next week we'll run at a track that has passing zones in it. Who knows? Next, though, will be AF1, but I'm not going to be there, so... I assume next would be Saudi Arabia, because, we gotta follow the real schedule.
Yep, and if you give me 2 seconds, I'll pull up the next GT3 race. If I can actually find it, there's my files folder. But Riker, any last comments while I quickly find the schedule?
AJ, you win too much.
Yeah, that is true.
It makes it boring for the commentators when we never have a battle for the win unless you've made 29 mistakes, and even then you're probably still on for a podium.
Yep. And next week we will be at Silverstone.
Oh, can't wait for more rain. At least there are passing zones there.
Mercedes domination.
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah. Might as well call AJ the winner of that one too. While we're at it.
I mean, he's already won the championship. Why not call off the season, get historic F1 an early start?
Is that really the next thing?
Yes.
Oh god.
I'm gonna have so much fun.
Oh, you're racing that. Oh.
Yeah, I'm racing historic F1.
I guess it was your idea.
Actually, wasn't.
It's warming up over here next week. Oh, is it gonna reach 15 degrees? Maybe. I mean, in Celsius, I think that actually is relatively warm. Anyway, further stalling aside, until next time, which is not going to be Rallycross. 12. Oh, so I oversold it. All right. Till next time, goodbye.